How's it going, Webheads? My name is Ryan Walsh, and let's talk about that Infinity War end credit scene and what it actually meant and what it was actually teasing. Of course, there will be major spoilers in this video just for all of you guys to be aware of. But before we get in this video, definitely consider subscribing to Webhead for more on Avengers 4 going forward. Definitely consider turning on that bell notification so you guys can keep up to date with all my latest uploads. But guys, with all that out of the way, let's get in the video, Webheads. Now, really looking at that post-credit scene that we actually got to see at the end of Avengers Infinity War, it was a very simple post-credit scene. It wasn't anything too complicated and too comic booky in my opinion. There will be definitely some people out there that are confused by this and don't know exactly what happened. So if you really look at this entire thing, this is post after Infinity War. This really is just an end tag that actually connects directly to the ending of Avengers Infinity War. When about half the life in the universe is dying off, you can see Nick Fury and Maria Hill really driving down the road, and you can just see they're in a city, and you can see some cars like crashing in front of them. A helicopter crashes into a building, and you can see that a lot of people are disintegrating. They're being erased from existence, and that's exactly what happened at the end of Infinity War. And that's what this post-credit scene really is showing. Now, of course, we do see Nick Fury seeing that Maria Hill actually disintegrates, and he knows something is wrong, that probably the Avengers failed. And he actually also was going over what was happening at all the events, and he was kind of talking with Maria Hill, and they were saying that spaceships were seen over Africa, and like they were crashing down in Wakanda. They were really talking about the Wakanda battle, but I don't know if Nick Fury really knows about Wakanda. In Iron Man 2, they did show that little Easter egg of actually Wakanda, and they actually circled like a part of Africa, so we're guessing that's actually going to be Wakanda. And so in doing so, obviously Nick Fury knows of Black Panther, and he knows of Wakanda probably. He knows of them, he's never really been there or met Black Panther himself. So that's what we're really going on to live on. He knows exactly what's happening with the world, that aliens are invading. And now seeing that actually Maria Hill actually got completely disintegrated and she got wiped out from existence, he runs to the back of the car, and you can see him pick up a little device that actually sends out a signal. Now, of course, he actually gets disintegrated, and I love the line that he leaves us with. He's like, "Mother," and then just cuts it off right there, and everybody knows exactly what he was going to say. And then when he actually sent off this little message, he actually sent it to Captain Marvel. That's what the symbol was at the end of this post-credit scene. That was the little symbol put on that little device that he had sending the message. He is sending a message to Captain Marvel. And we do know that Nick Fury actually is going to be in the movie Captain Marvel. He will make an appearance along with Coulson, probably Maria Hill as well. I feel as though Maria Hill still is old enough to actually be like maybe like an intern for S.H.I.E.L.D. or just maybe a young S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, a rookie, maybe something like that. Maybe she could be in the movie. But we do know that Nick Fury will have a direct connection with Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, and she will be a big part of Avengers 4. So that's what this tease was really going on about. And in my opinion, this end credit scene actually really did kind of say to the entire audience that saw Infinity War, before you see Avengers 4 next year, you have to see Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is a crucial part of Avengers 4, and she's going to be probably that big gun that they need to take out Thanos, because a lot of the heroes are now dead. So what's going on? They're going to need all the help they can get to defeat Thanos, and he still has the Infinity Gauntlet, looks like, at the ending of Infinity War. So I'm thinking that we actually are going to see Carol Danvers coming in. She's going to be a huge powerhouse, and she's probably going to be leading a lot of the Avengers along with, say, Captain America and Iron Man to victory and actually taking out Thanos. And if she's more powerful than Thor was in this movie, then Thanos is really in for a rude awakening, because Thor almost killed Thanos with the full assembled Infinity Gauntlet. So could Carol Danvers actually kill Thanos? I think she actually could. She's definitely that powerful if she's more powerful than this Thor. But of course, this Thor is on a whole new level of powerful. Definitely one of the strongest Avengers. So that's what's really going on there, and it definitely gets everybody excited for Captain Marvel and Avengers 4. But at the same time, I do have to ask this big question. Where was Carol Danvers this entire time? Why didn't Nick Fury recruit Carol Danvers during the first Avengers movie? Why wasn't she there then? There's a lot of questions they really have to answer of where she is in the universe, why she hasn't shown up since the 90s, and where she's been throughout all these other big events like Ultron, like the downfall of S.H.I.E.L.D., also the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Where has she been throughout all of these giant events, and why didn't Nick Fury recruit her in the first Avengers movie? Those are all questions that I think will be answered in Captain Marvel, but also Avengers 4 as well, because you really have to explain that out, because that doesn't really make sense to me, and you could really potentially creating this giant plot hole in the middle of the MCU, really just not answering the question of Where's Captain Marvel? Why is she not here? Why would one of the most powerful heroes not show up to some of the biggest battles? And why is she just showing up now when half the universe is already done? Is it because she just wants to be left alone? We don't know, and we won't know until we see Captain Marvel. But I'm thinking that actually Captain Marvel is going to have a huge, if not the biggest impact, other than Ant-Man and the Wasp, on Avengers 4, and this is really what's going to be leading up to Avengers 4, and I think this is going to be a huge movie, incredibly important, and the Skrulls actually might play a big part in Avengers 4. I have a feeling it's still going to be all about Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet, and now that we know about the ending of Infinity War, it's definitely going to be all about the ending of Infinity War and really how they picked that off, because it really was, it was a full ending of the story, but at the same time, it kind of was a cliffhanger in a way where you see all those heroes die off. But you did get the climax of what Thanos wanted because it was Thanos' story. So that's what this end credit scene and the ending of Infinity War really are going to be kind of transferring over into Avengers 4, and why this end credit scene was so important and why it actually is going to impact the MCU so greatly. But of course, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely consider checking out the 2 videos below me I already have posted on my channel on the MCU. Definitely consider subscribing right over here to Webhead so you guys get plenty of videos on Captain Marvel and Avengers 4 going forward. But guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Bye.